Welcome to week 12. In this kind of overview of the week, we're going to talk about the proposal, talk about your discussion, which will be an elevator pitch for whatever type of proposal you want to write. You'll be pitching this proposal to your classmates. The elevator pitches that get the most comments, the top 6, will be the proposals that we work on together. So you'll be commenting on each other's proposals based on whether you like it and you would like to be in that group. So let's look at Chapter 8. So in Chapter 8, it tells you how to write proposals, what they are, how to organize and draft them, what style and design they take. A proposal is always trying to persuade someone to do something. They are a frequent genre in academia, in workplace settings, in research settings, and they take many forms. They can be a memo, they can be a full proposal. Kind of what we'll work on here is kind of mini proposals, 3 to 5 pages, where you propose something, say what materials it'll take to get that done, make a budget and a work plan. But that is what we're going to start working on with the elevator pitch, where we'll form groups. You'll also revise a proposal this week. As I've mentioned before, I'm really happy with this class and how things are going. I'm looking forward to reading your process instructions tonight and getting you back comments. If you are on the Gulf Coast campus, let me get the right paper here. Come see me on Wednesday at 12:15 if you're around at the Chimney. We will be reading poem pockets. They'll be there available for you. You'll see people passing them out on campus, and there'll be pizza. It's to celebrate National Poetry Month, and I hope I can see you there if you're on the Gulf Coast campus. So this PowerPoint, again, how it works, why I have it like this is because down here are the notes that go with that kind of explain the PowerPoint. So you scroll down and you'll see what those things mean. And it goes like that all the way down. And you'll want to use this and read through this to make your elevator pitch, and you'll also want to use this when we do this final assignment of the proposal, except for your portfolio. Your portfolio is your actual final assignment. And so it goes through, and then at the end it talks about this micro genre, the elevator pitch. And you'll be using these bullet points to make your discussion. So what are you going to pitch? That's the big question. The proposal assignment needs a little bit of cleaning up, but I'm going to walk you through kind of this messy. I used to keep all my classes on a website, and that has been detrimental to copying the assignments onto here because it doesn't come off pretty. So I need to work on this for you. Okay, so one option you have is to pitch an undergraduate research project. And in that, you'll want to do some type of undergraduate research. This is from a different time when I was at a different university. And inquire for a research opportunity, a research you would want to do at USM. And I'll clean this up and show you how it works for USM. We also have undergraduate research institutes called under the Eagles researchers. And so all of this will link to that sometime tonight. And so you could pitch to this. I want to do this undergraduate research. Here's why you want to help me make this proposal. And then your classmates will vote on those. You could also pitch to option 2, the Wikipedia page analysis. And you can read through that. But I want to get to the more interesting ones. Okay, so this is a hypothetical proposal that you can pitch to, and it asks you to prepare a research proposal according to guidelines similar to those published by many foundations, universities, and government agencies. So this is an RFP, what we call a request for proposal, and it's pretend to the NSF, and it's a summer research grant. The grant requires 10 weeks of full-time work. Examples of projects include research on plant or animal species, development of an education program. So those of you who are wanting to work in the schools, I know we have a lot of teachers, you could pitch a 10-week tutoring program or summer camp for students in a certain area on a certain subject, and that would be something you could do for here. So that's another one that you can pitch. And the elevator pitch, again, is 100 to 250 words. And this is for this that we're looking at is for the final assignment, not what you have to do this week. We're going to form groups first. And that goes through all the points of it, but you don't have to worry about that yet because we're not there. Option 4 is a nonprofit proposal. And in pursuing this assignment, you could actually do this proposal. So I've had students write a nonprofit proposal in my class for this assignment and then actually send it to funders and get that funding. So if that's something you're interested in, this is where you want to look at. So you write for a nonprofit that you're interested in, and you begin thinking about a proposal by identifying a need. Examples include funding for after-school baseball leagues, breast cancer research, and a documentary film to document the threatened habitat of mountain gorillas. Give your subject careful thought and be idealistic. Foundations are set up to reward idealism. And when I have identified a need, then you'll go to GuideStar and find a nonprofit on whose behalf you are writing. You could also use a nonprofit wherever you're located at. So if you're in Hattiesburg or the Gulf Coast, there are many nonprofits in our area, and I'll give you a list of those that you might want to work with. And then from there, you will follow the guidelines supplied by the foundation. And usually those are about 3 to 5 page proposals, and that's what it will end up looking at. And you'll look at these different guides for that. The last one you can do is for the National Science Foundation. And these are for holding a symposium on a subject. Now, all you want to do this week is find a proposal, find an idea that you like, and pitch it to your classmates to have them join you in creating that proposal. You don't want to write any proposals, just the elevator pitch, 100 to 250 words about what your idea is for this assignment and why your classmates should join you. I'm going to clean this up, make sure it all applies to USM and Mississippi, and get this up for you tonight. So you can read through these at your leisure and get it a little more readable. This is bad layout like we studied last week. Really, really, really bad layout. And so I will fix that up as best as possible, or with the time constraints that I have. If you have any questions this week, let me know. Let's return to what else do your assignments look like. So when you come into course content, click on the book or click on the week 12 and you'll see that you have the proposal revision exercise, and this is just, and then the PowerPoint, and then the elevator pitch, which is your discussion due Wednesday night. Again, your reply to classmates who you wouldn't mind working on, those that receive the most replies will be the 6 groups formed, and you'll be formed by who you replied to. So only reply to one person for this particular discussion. Okay, the proposal revision exercise. You got 266 words here and 9 sentences that are pretty long, 29 words, and over half of the sentences are in passive voice. Passive voice is when action is not ascribed to any subject. Instead, it is. So let's look at these sentences. You're going to want to make subheadings, shorter sentences with active voice, sentences that are easier to understand, get rid of strings of prepositional phrases. Prepositions are words that go in a box, to a box, with a box, beyond the box, after the box, at the box. So at, after, those types of words. And get rid of redundant pairs of words and excessive modifiers. So let's look at this first sentence. This request to the United States Geological Survey is in reference to the $15,000 allocated by the Office of the Coal Management to the Ames District for the use in hydrologic assistance. Okay, so we've got passive voice is in reference to. So instead you want to say who is requesting it, right? We request that the United States Geological Survey award $15,000 to the Office of Coal Management to the Ames District for the use in hydrologic assistance. If we look at this next sentence, at this time and stage of access and interpretation of existing data on record in the form of computer storage and publications in print that we many not be aware of is our main concern. Whoa! Holy prepositions! At this time of access of existing data on record in the form of computer storage and publications in print. So what they're trying to say here has something to do with existing data on record that are in print and getting access to them on computer storage, right? So we are concerned that we cannot get the existing data that may exist in computer storage and publications in print, right? Is that what they're trying to say? I think that's what they're trying to say. And then to the next one, due to the U.S. Geological Survey having vast storage of and access to the data, we would like to suggest the available funds be used in the following 2 areas if possible. When you do the following 2 areas like that, you want to use a colon afterwards and you want to number them, 1, 2. So go through each sentence kind of like I just did in front of you, revise them to make it as clear as possible, try to stay true to the intent and meaning. And that's it. I'll be getting comments back to you on your process instructions over the next 2 days, hopefully done by tonight. And after that, if you have any questions or concerns about grades, right now people's weighted grades are lower than their full grades. I think that's because we're going to get the major weights with the proposal and the portfolio at the end of the course. If at the end of the course your unweighted grade is higher than your weighted grade, I will put the highest grade on there. So whichever grade is higher, that will be your grade. I don't want the weights to hurt you. I think in the end they're going to help everybody, but if I'm wrong, we will switch that. Make sure though that the portfolio and this proposal contain your best work. Right now you're just doing the preliminary work for this proposal. You'll get more info on what exactly I expect from the proposal, what it will look like, and how you'll be graded, which will be half on group work, which is your participation in the group that can be documented, not what you say you did, but what you can actually show me that you did and what your group members say that you did. And then the actual proposal. Remember that these group projects, people are scared of them online, but a lot of work in the workplace now happens online in groups. So this is practice for future lives. I hope you have a great week. If you have any questions, let me know.